Hey everybody, Chris Lipper on the bus, Small Business Owner Coaching. We just wrapped up our 24th virtual trade show. It was December of 2024. And we're going to go around and do quick 30-second intros. We'll do 1 minute intros, whatever you want. Just don't bore the crap out of us as normal. And then let us know your review of the show. And Heather, we'll start with you.
All right, nice. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Felty. I'm the publisher of Inner Peace Press, where we bring soul stories to life. Besides helping people publish their memoirs or guidebooks to help somebody else through a difficult time, I also make children's books that also help kids and their families through difficult times. And I do writing coaching. I help people come up with, well, I help them to craft their idea in a succinct way so that they can write their book with ease. And I can help with self publishing, laying out, editing, all sorts of things relating to publishing. So if you or somebody you know is interested in that, I would be very happy to do a one to one. So are we saying the reflection on the show now
Yeah, sure,
or?
absolutely.
Okay. Well, I was very pleased, even with the lower numbers than in the past, is that I had more people at my presentation this time than ever before. So that was very cool. And I had people saying that they would like to do one-to-ones and possibly do work with me in the future. So that was also wonderful. And got to know some new people, which is always a pleasure. One person I met with had an interesting idea. I don't know if it's possible, but to make a directory of everybody who's exhibiting so that when somebody spawns in, they could see the list and then maybe even if it's possible for it to be clickable, like maybe either to go to their booth or know where they are or have their website or that kind of thing. So that is my comment.
So yeah, just so you know, we had 117 people registered. So many people came on an hour early. I don't know why. My phone was blowing up, and it had nothing to do with an error other than the excitement, and people were coming in early, and is what it is. You know, it's open 24/7. The show was at a block time, and there was steady traffic all day. The reason we don't have a directory, just to answer that, where I was going with the first part is it's more about quality than quantity. We could fill the room with bodies, but I'd rather have small business owners, and I'm thrilled to hear what you just said. We don't have a directory on purpose. We never have, never will. And the reason is I want them to have to pass the other booths to find people. That's the purpose of a trade show, and that's why it's not just breakout rooms where we started doing these. You know, you could just go to an assigned breakout room and only see Jeannie and not anyone else. That's not what trade shows and conferences are about. So that's the answer there.
Good, thanks.
Yep, go ahead, Jeannie.
So, hello everyone again. My name is Jeannie Asante, and with Babs Big Apple Benefits and Savings, it does not mean that I can only work in the Big Apple. It just means that's where I hail from. I can actually work in all 50 states in some of my 10 businesses that I either own or run. Do you want to know what they are? Let's have a one-to-one. We could figure out what they are and see which one excites you and which one you want me to give you more detail on. With that being said, I'm excited to be here today. I know I'm not supposed to use that word, but I am, and I'll tell you why. I reconnected with one person that I talked to a while ago and haven't seen in some time and realized that it fell through the cracks, and we're not letting that happen again. So we are going to be setting up a one-to-one, which is exciting. Again, using the same word. But I want to say that I also had a room full at my presentation, and I only invited one of those people that were there, or actually only one person that was there was the person that I invited. Everybody else just happened to show up. So that was really great because it made for a great presentation. And it's always a good feeling when someone is there listening to you. It's great to be able to do your presentation and practice it and keep it going. But I think it's wonderful that we had them announced so that people knew who was going to be up there. So if they were interested, they didn't say, I missed it. No, they heard it and they went up there and they saw it. And even if they didn't know about it, it gave them the heads up to know it. And I like the idea, not made necessarily of a directory, but I had my one guy who showed up kind of late, right? But he was running around going, "Where's Jeannie? Where's Jeannie? Where's Jeannie? Where's Jeannie?" Like he didn't know where to go looking for me. He finally found me because everyone was like, "She's back there, she's back there, she's back there." But it may be like there's something that we can do that might make that a little bit of an easier process. But beside that, I would give it like a 9.9.
Okay,
Like
thank you.
seriously, it was a
And if
great
somebody
show.
wants to take that on, we had a meeting scheduled that nobody showed up for all the exhibitors to come and brainstorm, and we could have put together something like that. Here was your presentation, Jeannie. So yeah, those were some of the people in there. I just happened to be in there and screenshotted it for you. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I'll send that to you. All right, Renee, go ahead.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Renee with Renee's Bookkeeping. I've had a company for, I want to say 17 years now out on my own. Happy to be here at the trade show today. I have a staff, and what we generally do for our clients is keep them on top of their financial numbers every month. We work primarily with medical professionals, contractors, and law firms. So law firms have to keep track of that IOLTA account, which has a lot of monies from if they're buying, if someone's buying a piece of real estate, it's not their money. So they need really strict guidelines on reconciling those accounts. So we love to work with lawyers. However, I'd be glad to talk to anybody to see if we can help them out with their bookkeeping. Generally, it's a client who wants to stay on top of everything, wants to delegate those services because they either have someone doing it on staff that could be better utilized doing something else, or maybe they're doing it and they'd rather be working on their business and not in their business. So anybody who just wants to be relieved from the task of having to keep on top of their financials, we would love to step in, have a one-to-one, or have a discussion with them and see if we can help them out. Today, as far as the show goes, yeah, it was very nice. It was like a decent amount of exhibitors, which was great. I tried to walk around a little bit to kind of get a feel for who was there. I sat in on one presentation because I was able to get somebody to watch my booth for a little while, and it was very informative. So I think there's a lot to bring to the table in these, with the seminars and everything. So I really did enjoy it. I can't make any recommendations. I thought it went fine. There's a couple little glitches, but Chris was saying that might be somebody's Wi-Fi that just wasn't performing optimally.
Yep. Yeah, that's something I can't control. I can't control what happens on your guys' side of the desk, and that was somebody on a college campus, and the Wi-Fi just wasn't there for him. And we knew that ahead of time, and we're hoping for the best, and it didn't work out for him. But anyway, thank you. Nancy?
Hi, everybody. My name is Nancy Delane, and I am your fractional intellectual property lawyer. Have you ever met anybody who has a scathingly brilliant idea? Well, those ideas are the North Star of your business. They form the basis of your business's intellectual property, and that is the majority of the value of just about any business. So while it's incredibly important to protect your intellectual property, your inventions, your branding, your works of authorship, your trade secrets, your trade dress, that can get pretty pricey, especially if you go to a large intellectual property firm, and that's where I come in. I'm an IP lawyer with over 20 years experience as an IP lawyer and 20 years experience before that as a technical writer. And it is my mission in life to work with startups and small companies to effectively and affordably help you nurture your mind child. And I'm Nancy Delane. I'm located in upstate New York, and I serve as the fractional intellectual property lawyer for startups and small businesses worldwide. My contact information is in the chat. Please feel free to connect. Yeah, and what did I think of the trade show? Well, I had a better experience with this trade show than I have had with just about any other trade show. Okay, I actually had people show up for my talk, and one person sat all the way through my talk. I was really impressed by that. And the second talk was the one that I thought would attract a lot of people because it was all about how to save your business money. Because starting on January 1st, 2025, the government will have the ability to fine your business almost $600 per day unless you file this particular little form with them. And what my talk was about was how to get that form filed. And Jojo sat all the way through it, and I'm delighted. Jojo.
Thank God. Almost $600 per day. Every small business person needs to file this. Every small business person.
Jojo,
Yeah.
settle down.
I'm sorry. I get it. I get excited.
Jojo gets enthusiastic. But but anyway, as I say, I'm delighted that JoJo stayed because JoJo does get enthusiastic, and all of a sudden, I think this is going to parlay. With JoJo's help, this will be something that I should have done a long time ago.
The whole country's going to know about this the next day.
The whole country should know about this. Anyway, where are we going next? Leslie.
Sure. Hey, everybody. Leslie Capps, Wild Woman Marketing. And I help entrepreneurs get clear on their story so they can use it strategically to simplify their marketing, attract clients, and ease the awkwardness of sales. This is my first event. So honestly, I don't even have any idea how to rate it. I thought it was super interesting. A few technical issues on my end, but everything else worked great. And I met some of my co-exhibitors and one person who wandered around. So yeah, I thought it was fun and interesting. So thank you for having me.
Fun and interesting is what we're going for. Thank you. David Quick.
Hello, everyone. David Quick, Toll Cover IT. What's it costing your business not to have the right technology in place? System downtime, computer problems, maybe even a cyber attack, which can bring your business to an untimely end. We give business owners peace of mind from all those things so they can relax. Oh, just relax, and we'll take care of the technology. I'm looking for referrals to professional services firms. We like to work with CPA firms. That'd be a great referral for us because if they're not up, they can't bill. Especially they need people like us very much. David Quick, Total Cover IT, where RI is on your T.
All right, David, I got to hear it again. Do the Ohm thing. Tell me that part. This is a new one. No, I appreciate that, but the lead into it. I missed that part. I was spacing out. Do it again.
We give business owners peace of mind so they can sit back and relax and just,
oh, wonderful. Very good. Thank you. Gilbert, go ahead.
It's funny.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to be here. I've been here since the beginning, so seeing all the shows and seeing the progress has been fantastic. If you see a lot of assistant on the floor helping people direct them around, they're actually part of my team, Task Maven Services. We have a virtual assistant staffing company. So if you know anyone who needs help, either someone making calls or someone helping them in their booth or someone handling admin work or different type of work in their business, please definitely reach out. I put my info in the chat where we can connect. It's good always to see some familiar faces, and thanks again for having me, Chris.
Gilbert, thanks so much. And yes, you've been part of us for, I don't know, 10, 15 years, it feels like. You and I have a lot of history together. Best wedding I ever went to in my life was Gilbert Abraham's wedding because it's the only virtual wedding I ever went to, and it was great. But yeah, I thank you very much for the staffing that you give, not just at our trade show, but for our members. There's certain people on here, and you can raise your hand or not. We were at a bus meeting earlier this week where I brought you up again for someone. And who here has heard me mention Task Maven and Gilbert Services, raise your hand, right? So there's a whole bus full of people that have, you're the guys I recommend. If you need a VA, that's where to go. And he's just an all-around great guy. And we miss having you on the bus, but I know you're kicking it butt out there. Jojo, you're up.
Yeah, hey guys, as you heard me say, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, imagine what a video is worth a gazillion words. I'm Jojo Laricia, yeah, and I create your 2-minute introductory video where I write the script, I film you remotely now in 4K, we do a custom design edit, and then I help you to market and distribute the video now up to 125 different ways, which is insane. Every day I learn there's new places to put the video. So, yeah, my ask is to meet each and every one of you if I haven't met with you. And I have to tell you, Jeannie Asante's talk was amazing. Okay? You know what I really admire about what you do? You don't say ooh, like, so. You just get right to the point. Very articulate. Love the way you deliver. Nancy Delane, thank you for saving me $591 per day, because if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have known, and I would have been getting fined right out of the gate. And then I would say, oh my God, the first month I've already racked up. What's 600 per day for 30 days? Is that $18,000? Is that for real? Yes? Yes. I don't know how the government could do that. How can people afford that? I don't know. But Chris, what I liked about the show, I went to 2 presentations and I visited the Task Mavens booth. And I think it was Raviv. Is that who was in that booth?
Riza.
Yeah, she was fantastic. Very, very heartwarming. The floor looked super colorful. It was eye candy. And I just went, whoa, this looks great. It's the most colorful event I've ever been to for a trade show. It was fantastic. And what was really great was Chris was walking through the floor, and I went, I don't know how you did that. Do you have some kind of magical power that you can?
I had to go downstairs to look for something.
Yeah, but how did you just walk through the?
I can't tell you everything, Jojo.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I wish there were more people today. I wish there were more people, but that's no reflection on you or anyone here. It's kind of like they missed out because it was terrific. Terrific. So thank you.
Thank you. And I agree that, I think they do miss out. I think these things are great and there's an opportunity. Who here made a new contact today? Okay. So that's worth the price of admission right there, right? And you got some giggles out of it. Spread the word. I'll announce the date of our next show when we're done here. Daniel, you're up next.
There we go. Zoom is being slow. Daniel Circle, review3d.tv. Let's see, we'll do the quick intro. I grow businesses. If you're struggling to attract more clients, grow your business, engage viewers online, trying to get known, found, and paid, that's where we step in. We specialize in solving these business challenges. We provide innovation engineered for growth. We create new technologies to help get you those leads, convert prospects to clients. We get you known, found, and paid. Meet with me at view3d.tv/meet me. And you're amazed, Chris, I did a quick intro there instead of my 5 hours.
You did.
And, I love the concept of the show. I actually met a couple first timers and helped them out a little bit. And they really liked it too. They thought it was pretty amazing. And attendance for me was very light, but I think I had quality over quantity, and that's actually more important. It's more important to meet potentially that 1 or 2 people versus, like you were saying, having 20 show up that are, that there's really no synergy or connection with. And keep doing these shows. I think it's fantastic, and more and more people are going to get familiar with it. And I think before you know it, attendance will be logarithmically increasing.
Okay. So just so you guys know, Daniel is probably the only person I know. Well, he is the only person I know that knows more about the metaverse than I do. And he is the mad scientist behind all of the song he created for us,
Yes.
the blog reviews that you guys saw, all the stuff that I post, Daniel makes, and he does a great job. So thank you for that. And he's kind of the mad scientist in the background, which I always appreciate.
Yeah,
All
thanks
right,
for that.
CJ, go ahead. You're up next.
Hello, everyone. I'm CJ Gilbert, and this has been my first time at this event and at this conference, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm a website developer. I'll go ahead and share some stuff for you here in the chat box. I've had my own business since 2006, doing website design full-time. In that time, I ended up writing a book and becoming a speaker, because what I found is that most business owners I talked to know they needed a website, but they didn't have any idea what to do with it. And that's how I ended up writing down some thoughts, writing a small book, which I also present and speak. I'm sharing my resource page here where there's a ton of stuff for you to check out. I just want to highlight my free video workshop. This is where I send people when they are like, hey, I want a new website, or what ideas do you have for my website? I say, start here, learn what your website should be doing for your business, and then we'll talk. Or I share it with people that I meet in networking, just like yourself, and offer it as a resource you can give away to your own network, especially for writers, especially for business coaches. They can give it to their clients and then tell them, now come back and let's talk about how we implement it, whether they ever hire me, CJ, or not. I also want to highlight my YouTube channel. Scroll down here to Ask a Web Geek, where I've got videos on all kinds of topics. You can see a couple here that I'm highlighting. This scam. If you own a domain name, you're going to get these letters showing up in the mail, and they look like they're to renew your domain name, but it's a lie. They're trying to trick you, and it drives me crazy. And my clients write to me all the time, is this real? Why am I getting this? And I say, no, ignore it. So I've got that topic there and many others, which I'd love for you to check out. I also have a social media club. You can learn more about it right here, where I'm teaching people how to do social media for their business. So again, my name is CJ Gilbert. My company is Jungle Studios, and my YouTube channel, Ask a Web Geek. And we understand the internet is a jungle.
So I'm going to recommend you all put your information in the chat, because people do save the chat and they do click on links and that kind of stuff. And CJ, I want you to talk about the networking group that you also run on Friday. So, you know, we all network a lot, right? I know every one of you here through networking on some level. The best networking group, let me reword that. The best organized networking group I go to is the group that CJ runs on Fridays. It is, and I think part of it is that two people do it versus one trying to do it. But why don't you plug that group for us?
Absolutely. You can also find a link on that same page I just put in there. The name of the group is Exceptional Entrepreneurs, and it's every Friday. It's a virtual meeting. Everyone is invited. There's no exclusivity, so there's no category preference. Anyone is welcome to attend. It opens at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, and then we do a little open networking, and the official structured agenda goes from noon to 1 Pacific. So you can count on that 1 hour structured agenda with a little bit of open networking before and afterward if you're available. We also do introductions and often have a speaker just like this. So
and it's broadcasted out on the web somewhere too, right?
Correct. Yes, we record it. We put it on our Facebook group, and it's always available there too if you miss one or want to catch up.
So why don't you put that link in the time in the chat as well? I do recommend it for you guys. Okay. And for most of you East Coasters, you know, what's that? 3:30 on a Friday? What are you doing? Cooking dinner? Hang out here with us for a little bit.
Awesome.
All right, so just to share a screen, I'll show you real quick what we got today and where we're at with stuff. Here's the data. Here's the raw data on the day. So we had almost 600 visits. No, 600 visits to booths. 177 visits came. I don't know how many people that is, because some people came in more than once. Just keep that in mind. But you can see from the numbers, we were between, let's say, 25 and 35 all day, right? And I can tell you, if you're Alexis and greeting people, that it was pretty steady coming in. It's always a big rush in the beginning. It's always slow in the middle, and then there's a little rush at the end. As with any show, I'm disappointed. You know, I want more traffic. You know, I'm tired of being the hidden secret out there. So I think it's all up to us to promote the next one. The next one, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. Oh, come on, why doesn't that work? I have to bring it over. It's going to be March 13th. Hold on. So I got to write 202403113, and it should populate. It's not. I have a link. I really do. It was on the floor. I'll send it to all of you. But the next one's going to be March 13th. Okay, so that's the second week in March. It's a Thursday. Happens to be my birthday, not why we're doing it, but that's when we're going to do it. Okay? And with that, I just want to say thank you. There were technical issues. We had a big earthquake in California. There were tsunami warnings that affected Kai Deering and some other people. That puts the fear in you. She's 33 feet above sea level and in San Francisco. So when those alarms go off, that gets your attention. And she was presenting at the time or about to. We had Wi-Fi issues. The thing with these shows is the only guarantee is that something will go wrong. You guys don't always know it, but something always goes wrong, and it's just how you roll with it, you know? I didn't feel the stress I normally felt, but and that's largely to Gilbert's team. You know, that if I didn't have the IT support there, this becomes even more stressful. So I don't want to hold you hostage. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you at the next one. Okay, I'll hang
Thank
for a
you,
bit.
Chris, for having it.
Yep. Thank you, Chris.
Great job, Chris. Really. And Gilbert,
Chris,
thank you
yeah,
for the background
Chris,
work.
thank you so
yay.
much, Chris.
Yay.
Thank you. I'm going to
Thank
stop
you.
recording and hang for a bit if anybody wants to talk.